Hey guys, Kristine Mirelle here. I was just shooting some photos and stuff out here in this pecan orchard. If you're wondering why I'm here, it's because I grew up here in New Mexico and I'm here right now. I'm very far from the music industry. The fact that I do music for a living, I feel like the probability was like very, very low that I would make it, but I did. And that's why I share all these videos to help you guys and try to encourage you guys all to, follow your dreams and that sort of thing. But I made this video because I was thinking yesterday of something that just really hit me, and I thought I have to share this with everybody because there's a big thing that I always think of. I always think it's so important that we're very wary of the questions that we ask ourselves, right? Because that's the answers that we get from the universe. And I'll give you an example. If we say, how do I, build a little baby music career where I perform once a month, then that's the answer that we're gonna get. But if we say, hey, how do I create an amazing career where I do music for a living, then we're gonna start looking for those types of opportunities, right? Which are huge opportunities. Now, I was thinking yesterday about something even bigger on a bigger scale, because I was thinking there's two things that I think we need to be very aware of that we are not as musicians. I think as a whole, we really slack in this department, and that's two categories, okay? I was thinking there's two categories of entrepreneurs, and we're supposed to be entrepreneurs as well, guys. So there's the business owners, and then there's musicians, right? So, and I know there's all kinds of other categories, but I'm just breaking it down to these two. So there's business owners and there's musicians. Now, think about the questions that business owners ask themselves. They ask themselves, how do I make a business plan? How do I get more customers? How do I make a product that people love? How do I take care of my customers so they keep coming back? It's about giving, and making sure that they're creating something of value. Because when someone's giving you, their money, or they're, coming to your business, they're expecting something. So in order for you to get what you want, you also have to give them what they want. Now, these are all important questions that they ask themselves. Well, I was thinking, what are we as musicians asking ourselves? And it hit me. So many of us are just going, how do I get discovered? How does someone else do all the work for me? How do I sit at home and do all the fun stuff, all the music and recording and writing, and someone else does all the work for me? Not only that, we go even further, where we go, man, I want to just do all the fun stuff, but I don't want to take any risk. I don't want to invest any of my own money. I want a record label to do it for me. I want them to pay for everything. But you know what? I'm going to be super mad that they want to own my music, that they want to do a 360 deal. And if you don't know what 360 deals are, that's when they, take money from a lot of different places, from your touring and your merchandising and all that kind of stuff. But we think that we're wronged. Like, they're such bad people because they're going to take more ownership of our stuff, even though we're not willing to put the money in. We're not willing to do all the business and the back end boring stuff, like all the promotion, all the marketing, all the advertising, all the strategizing, but we're always asking, how do I do all the fun stuff and all the performing and just be on stage and get drunk and, live the rock star life? But I want a record label to do everything for me. I want an investor to come in and pay for everything for me. I don't want to take any risk, but I want to own all my rights. Do you guys see how lazy and selfish that is? Do you see why that would produce a lot of the results that we have, and why most artists are starving and don't have a successful business? And guys, that's what we are. We're business owners. We're entrepreneurs. That's what we do. Music is our business. And so many of us just want to do the fun stuff, and we don't want to do the boring back end stuff. But guys, that's when you start going from doing this as a hobby to doing this for a living. And that's what made the biggest difference for me, because for like a good 8 years, I didn't make any money. And that's because I didn't ask myself those questions. I didn't ask myself how I could monetize my music, how I could become a marketer and an advertiser. And I didn't put enough of my money and take enough risk and invest into myself. I wanted other people to do it for me. And guess what? I started finally making a living. I started doing what I love. I've traveled the entire world. I do 200, 300, sometimes 400 shows a year. And I did that once I started taking the responsibility. So guys, it's really important. Stop asking questions on how lazy you can be and start asking questions how we can take control of our careers, how we can build our careers, how we can better make choices that, will turn this into a career, unless you're just wanting to do this as a hobby. If you just want to do this as a hobby, then you can look at it however you want. But if most of you guys that follow my channel, that listen to me, artists, musicians out there, we love music, we're so passionate about it that we want to do it for a living. So be very wary of those questions that you ask yourself and start asking the right questions. All right, good luck everybody. Bye.